128. Leaving an action in its completed state with
놓다,
and an organization of.
나다 소스, howtostudykorean.com.
Below is a list of vocabularies to be used in this lesson. Nouns.
자석,
Means magnet.
혜택,
Means benefit.
수압,
Means water pressure.
가발,
Means wig, to pay.
두통,
Means headache.
대추,
Means date, the fruit.
이불,
Means blanket.
어르신,
Means elderly people.
장례식,
Means funeral.
국회의원,
Means a member of Congress.
피,
Means obvious news.
실증,
Means the feeling of getting sick of something.
정전,
Means power outage.
용기,
Means courage, guts, bravery.
겁,
Means fear.
겁쟁이,
Means coward, somebody who is scared a lot or easily. Verbs.
개다,
Means to fold a blanket, laundry, towels.
달래다,
Means to soothe, to calm down.
답변하다,
Means to answer.
고백하다,
Means to confess.
편애하다,
Means to favor somebody.
주무르다,
Means to massage, to rub. Passive verbs.
당선되다,
Means to win an election.
당첨되다,
Means to win the lottery. Introduction. In this lesson, you will learn how to add
놓다,
to a verb to indicate that one does an action and the completed state of that action continues. In addition, you will look back at the many ways
나다,
can be used and also learn a few more. Let's get started. To complete an action and leave it in that state.
놓다,
By attaching
놓다,
to a verb, you can indicate that one completes an action and leaves it in that state. We can use the verb
열다,
to open to demonstrate this meaning easily. Imagine somebody tells you to open the door. They could say,
문을 열어,
open the door. Depending on the context, the command might be asking you to open the door, and to keep it opened, or to open the door, and to close it, presumably when somebody walks into the room or something. However, by attaching
놓다,
to,
열다,
we can create.
열어놓다,
For example,
문을 열어놓아,
open the door, and keep it open. Here, the command is specifically to leave the door in the state that it was in when the action of opening was finished. The above example shows how
놓다,
can be used with a command, but the sentence doesn't need to be a command for this to be used. For example, one day my wife prepared me dinner because she knew we wouldn't be able to eat it with me because of her busy schedule. While I was eating dinner, her mother, my mother-in-law, called me worry because she thought I would have nothing to eat at home without my wife. It's common for Korean people to worry about grown adults not being able to make themselves food. In response to her asking what did you eat for dinner, I responded,
슬기가 저녁을 다 준비해 놓았어요.
Seulgi prepared dinner, and left it ready for me to eat. Here, I was telling my mother-in-law that not only did Seulgi make prepared dinner, but she also left it ready for me in the state that it was when she finished. Below are many examples. Like most Korean grammatical principles that have a subtle meaning, it is sometimes hard to express the meaning that
놓다,
creates when translating the sentence to English. Try to keep that in mind when reading the English translations.
저는 짐을 벌써 차에 실어 놓았어요.
I already loaded all of the luggage bags into the car.
자석을 냉장고에 그냥 붙여 놓았어요.
I just stuck the magnet onto the fridge.
저는 자켓을 옷걸이에 걸어 놓았어요.
I hung my jacket on the clothes hanger.
대추를 물에다가 잠깐 담가 놓아야 돼요.
You need to let the dates soak in water briefly.
아기를 달래고 나서 집을 청소를 해 놓았어요.
After calming soothing the baby, I cleaned up the house.
수압이 너무 세서 수도꼭지를 잠가 놓으세요.
The water pressure is too strong, so turn off, lock, the faucet.
집을 정리하려고 해서 이불을 깨놓아 주세요.
I am trying to organize the house, so fold up the blanket please.
종아리를 주무르기 전에 이 로션을 발라 놓았어요.
Before rubbing my calf, I put this lotion on it.
밖이 갑자기 어두워지고 저는 겁이 나서 커튼을 닫아 놓았어요.
Outside got dark all of a sudden, and I was scared so I closed the curtains.
만약 제가 로또가 당첨되면 저는 돈을 다 은행에 넣어 놓고 싶어요.
If I win the lottery, I want to put all of my money in the bank.
저는 그 학생을 편애해서 생일날에 그 학생을 위해 선물을 준비해 놓았어요.
I favor that student, so on her birthday I prepared a present for her, comma. It is often common for
놓아,
to be shortened to.
놔.
This is an official abbreviation, and it is very common in speech because it flows off the tongue better than.
놓아.
Therefore, any of the sentences above could be said or written as.
놔.
For example,
저는 자켓을 옷걸이에 걸어놔.
I hung my jacket on the clothes hanger.
대추를 물에다가 잠깐 담가놔야 돼요.
You need to let the dates soak in mater briefly. Remember that.
놔.
Is an abbreviation of,
놓아.
and therefore,
놔다.
is technically not a word. Left double quotation mark.
놔.
Is often pronounced as simply.
나.
So it is common for people to think that a Korean person is saying something like,
열어놔.
when instead she is saying.
열어놓아.
Speaking of,
나다.
throughout my lessons you have seen.
나다.
Used in many different ways, few words are more diverse in their usage than.
나다.
Something I've wanted to do for a while is organize the usages of.
나다.
For you, I just haven't had a good place to do it. Well, this looks like a good place, as I'm already talking about.
나다.
And this lesson has been fairly short and easy so far. Let's talk about this next. Organization and review of the many usages of.
나다.
The verb
나다.
is one of the most versatile verbs in Korean, depending on the noun it is acting on.
나다.
Could have over 100 different meanings. That being said, most of these usages involve something coming up or arising. In general, something didn't exist before.
나다.
Is used, and it now exists. Below is a list of many nouns being used with.
나다.
In some cases, you were explicitly taught that these nouns are often paired with.
나다.
In other cases, I may have not taught you this specifically, but you may have seen these nouns used with.
나다.
In example sentences in earlier lessons.
생각이 나다.
To think about, for a thought to come up.
친구의 아버지의 장례식에 갔는데 자꾸 작년에 우리 돌아가신 아버지 생각이 났어요.
I went to my friend's father's funeral, and I kept thinking of my father who passed away last year.
기억이 나다.
To remember, for a memory to come up.
이 카드로 어떤 혜택을 받을 수 있는지 기억 안 나요.
I forget which benefits I can get from using this card.
화가 나다.
To be get angry, for anger to come up.
학생들에게 질문을 물어봤는데 학생들이 답변하지 않아서 저는 화가 났어요.
I asked a question to the students, but I got mad because they didn't answer.
짜증이 나다.
To be get annoyed, for the feeling of being annoyed to come up.
수압이 너무 낮아서 우리 집에서 샤워를 하면 짜증이 나요.
It is annoying showing at my house because the water pressure is too low.
소리가 나다.
For a sound to be made, for a sound to come up.
초인종을 눌렀지만 집 안에서 아무런 소리가 안 나서 그냥 집에 갔어요.
I pressed rang the doorbell, but there was no, sort of, sound from inside the house so I just went home.
냄새가 나다.
For something to smell, for a smell to come up.
이 대추에서 왜 이렇게 이상한 냄새가 나요?
Why does this date smell strange like this?
피가 나다.
To bleed, for blood to come up.
저는 손가락을 실수로 베서 피가 났어요.
I cut my finger by accident so it was bleeding.
눈물이 나다.
To cry, for tears to come up.
어떤 학생이 시험을 잘 못 보고 눈물이 났어요.
Some students didn't do well on the exam so he cried.
땀이 나다.
To sweat, for sweat to come up.
이불을 덮고 자는데 너무 더워서 땀이 났어요.
I slept with a blanket, but it was so hot so I was sweating.
문제가 나다.
For there to be a problem, for a problem to come up.
만약 그 국회의원이 당선되면 엄청 큰 문제가 날 거예요.
If that member of Congress gets elected, there will be big problems.
사고가 나다.
For an accident to happen. For an accident to come up.
차를 그렇게 빨리 운전하면 사고가 날 거예요.
If you drive a car fast like that, you will get into an accident.
큰 일이 나다.
For something big terrible to happen. For a big issue to come up.
어르신들을 존경하지 않으면 큰 일 날 거예요.
If we don't respect elders, there will be big problems issues.
전쟁이 나다.
For a war to break out. For a war to come up.
그 나라에서 1800년에 전쟁이 났어요.
A war broke out in the year 1800 in that country.
차이가 나다.
For there to be a difference. For a difference to come up.
그 반의 성적과 이 반의 성적의 차이가 엄청 많이 나요.
There is a big difference between the grades of that class and this class.
기침이 나다.
To have a cough. For a cough to come up.
담배를 처음으로 피우니 바로 기침이 났어요.
I tried cigarettes, smoking, for the first time and coughed.
열이 나다.
To have a fever. For a fever to come up.
우리 애기가 열이 많이 나서 병원에 가야겠어요.
Our baby has a high fever, so we will have to go to the hospital.
구멍 나다.
For there to be a hole in something. For a hole to come up.
저의 바지에 구멍이 나서 엄마한테 혼날 것 같아요.
My mom is going to get mad at me because there is a hole in my pants.
시간이 나다.
For there to be time. For time to come up.
시간이 나면 만나서 맛있는 것을 먹자.
If you have time, let's meet and eat something delicious.
고장이 나다.
For something to break.
저 컴퓨터가 고장이 나서 다른 컴퓨터를 써야 됩니다.
You have to use another computer because that one is broken.
실감이 나다.
For something to feel real. For the feeling of something being real to come up.
제가 이번 주말에 여행한다니 실감이 아직 안 나요.
It doesn't feel real that I am going to go traveling this weekend.
쥐가 나다.
To have a cramp. For a cramp to come up.
제가 스트레칭을 안 하고 바로 운동을 하다가 갑자기 다리에 쥐가 났어요.
I suddenly got a cramp in my leg while exercising because I didn't stretch and exercised right away. Below you can see sentences with
나다.
acting on nouns that I haven't introduced in this course yet, as we are organizing the usages of
나다.
This is a good time to introduce these words to you. You can find these nouns in the vocabulary list of this lesson as well.
정전이 나다.
For the power to go out.
비가 많이 내려서 정전이 났어요.
The power went out because a lot of rain fell.
티가 나다.
For something to be obvious.
저 아저씨가 가발을 쓰는 것은 티가 나요.
It is obvious that that man is wearing a toupee.
겁이 나다.
To be scared. For fear to come up.
저는 무서운 것을 보자마자 겁이 나서 눈을 감아야 돼요.
When I see something scary, I get very scared so I have to close my eyes.
용기가 나다.
To have courage. For courage to come up.
원래 그 여자랑 얘기하는 게 너무 무서웠지만 지금은 갑자기 용기가 났어요.
Originally I was too scared to talk with that girl, but now all of a sudden I have courage.
실증이 나다.
To get sick of. For the feeling of getting sick of something to come up.
저는 이제 그 선생님에게 실증이 나서 그 수업을 듣고 싶지 않아요.
I am sick of that teacher, so I don't want to go to, listen to, that class. In lesson 17, you also saw
나다.
used with
아서.
and placed
고.
to indicate that one action occurs after another. For example,
마사지를 받을 때 마사지를 해주는 사람이 오일을 바르고 나서 몸 전체를 주물러요.
when you get a massage, the person giving the massage applies oil and then rubs your whole body. That's just a quick organization of
나다.
I hope you find it useful. That's it for this lesson. For more info, please visit howtostudiokorean.com.